Hello there. Hey guys, so it's just Snow, my baby. Her name is Snow White, and yeah, that's because Snow White has the darkest hair in all of the land. But people always pay attention to the fact that she's black, which I think is kind of racist. Because you don't see me being named Chocolate or Midnight or something. So, this is Snow. Anyways, today I'm going to talk about poverty. So, in my class, we are talking about rural poverty and like how it's like very basically the wealth is like really badly distributed. I guess like yeah. So I'm gonna like post the picture of like how divided it really is right now. It's like the SpongeBob thing. But anyways, $54 trillion distributed, and look at how baroque some of us are compared to those other people. That is really crazy. Seriously. Okay, so now that you've seen that picture, and hopefully I put a voice over it and I don't sound like an absolute crazy woman, you could see that the distribution is very wrong. And let's just talk about it, okay? Um, if you could solve world hunger, would you do so? Oh my god, her butt. Get it, not just Snow. Well, get your butt out of the camera. God, I'm so sorry. So, if you were able to solve world hunger, if you were able to have a plan to fix the world, I'm gonna give you like 10 seconds to just think of the first thing that comes to your head. Ready, go. Okay, now my idea. I think that there should be a cap to how much money you can make. There's absolutely, tell me if you agree or not, that there should be a cap or there shouldn't be. Should people be allowed to make billions of dollars so then all the kids down the rest of their line could not have to even work because they already have money from this one person? Meanwhile, there's people who are being born into absolute poverty, literally having to drink dirty mud water, having no health care, dying from diarrhea. We know that this is happening. So why is it that people can have billions of dollars while other people don't even know what a penny looks like? You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's fun to talk about all this stuff, but everybody's always like, oh, but you know, it's fun to wish like that and to dream like that, but it's never going to be a reality. Things like that don't get fixed in this world. And that's where we should stop and think, why? And I'm going to give you 5 seconds to think about that one. Because we're selfish and people are very self-serving. Everything we do as a human is to benefit our own self. We all just talk about things that will make us feel better. I get a nice backpack because I want it to look nice and I want it to reflect my personality. I want it to be able to hold my books properly. I get new bed sheets even though I don't need new bed sheets because I want to switch up the way that I'm feeling. I get some people, I don't, but some people get nice cars that are super expensive and then they get 5 of them because they can just get it and it makes them feel good because they have the money, so they go and get it. But do you not see that in the process of us being so selfish and only worrying about our own selves, we are, even though people like that don't necessarily feel that they are selfish or that they're bad people, if we could distribute the wealth, then everyone could be happy. And so yeah. But another idea that I say is that even though there is a cap to how much money people make, I still believe that people who are rich should be able to continue to be rich. So say we put the cap at $2 million. That's, or let's say 5 million, because people like to. That's a nice little amount where you could still be like, oh, I'm gonna get whatever I want, and I can invest, and whatever. So let's say your cap is 5 million. I say that people should be able to have $5 million, and that's what you get for the year. And then whatever you make, you just make sure that you keep having $5 million. Like, no matter what, you're always gonna have $5 million. But that you're not allowed to go past having $5 million. Okay? So in that case, if you are getting a lot of views, your concerts are really good, you make all this extra money, all that extra money that you're making that is besides the $5 million, you should take that money and give it towards the people who don't have any money, who are in other countries. And say America can make more jobs like that and send people in America to go live in places like Africa, and to go live in places like Haiti, or like other Caribbean countries, or third world countries, or developing countries that do need some help with getting to be more like America. Is that what I'm trying to say? Not necessarily like America, but more structured and have more foundation, because more people should be able to live like us. It shouldn't just be like, oh, you have to leave the place that you're at to even be able to sustain your life. That's not how it should be. So if we could take everything we're learning and everything we're doing and bring that out to other countries, then we can benefit the entire world. Now, imagine, what do you think would be more beneficial if everybody had money? What do you think is one thing that would change? I'm gonna give you 10 seconds. Okay, what I think would change is crime rates. I think crime rates would significantly drop, because if you're already making certain money, anybody who's stealing after that really is like not necessary, because we're already funneling money back into you. You already have money, everybody has money, and there should be a certain level of money that nobody can go below, because I believe that the people who are poor, which is a statistic out there, I mean, maybe I'll find a picture. That those who are poor tend to be in more crime-ridden areas. Maybe you live in a crime-ridden area and you notice that people don't have that much money. People have to open up the stove to like let heat in, sleeping with heating pads. You always walk places. Not a lot of people drive. Everybody has a gun. People die on the streets based off of like money and drug sales and all those other stuff. And if we had a certain bottom out level where this is how much you need to actually survive, which let's say that's like 25,000, right? $25,000 a year. And that's what everybody gets, no matter what. You get $25,000 once you are an adult, and you can sustain your own life, and you don't have to depend on other things like that. But I already know what some people are thinking. People are gonna be like, oh, I'm so lazy, I'm already getting $25,000, so I don't have to do anything else in this world, blah blah blah, so I'm just gonna sustain the mindset of just getting the $25,000 that these famous people or rich people are working so hard to give me, right? And the fact of the matter is, who cares, okay? Overall, what matters is you don't have homeless people anymore. You don't have people who are struggling to send their kids other places, okay? Those people may think that they don't have to do anything, but there are those few people that they may, like, say they have children or whatever, their kids are gonna be like, yeah, but I want to make my own money. You know what I mean? It's not always going to be like that. And some people don't have that work ethic, and that's nothing we can't change. But what we can focus on is just making sure that our world is a better place. So, yeah. So the idea of thinking that other people have to do this and have to do that, many people don't even understand the like effects of the generation. Like, if this family is always poor and it just keeps going down, keep being poor, okay. But it's the same way if this person is always rich and it just keeps going down, that this person is going to be rich. It's either way not fair. So the thing is, if we all just come together and make sure that there's a baseline, and then that this person has their cap, that they're always going to be rich, everything else they make, just make sure everybody else is good. You're going to bring down crime. You're going to bring down so many other things, this will help people mentally, because money and stress and having to work like a lot to make up for ends meet for a lot of people who may be disabled or elderly, women, black, yes, white people, and other people who may, like immigrants, like other people who just have to struggle with stuff like that, people who may have come out of jail, or people who have drug addictions, all those other stuff. Sometimes it's very hard to get past that, especially women who have been in marriages where they don't even work, and then they get divorced, and then they're struggling to survive. So, like, in the end, there's really nothing for people who are rich to complain about when giving away their money. And people who are making millions of dollars will only give away like $100,000 to some charity, who the charity is mostly funding from it, and then not really giving anything else. And in their head, they feel like, oh yeah, I did a great job. But there are people who still don't have clean water that could use your money if you just directly go there and give them the money. But people just don't. They do what can just make them feel okay, and everybody's selfish, and that's really just the point of it. And what can you do in this world to be less selfless? If you agree with me, like this, share this, and subscribe. Let's get this conversation going. Let me know what you think, and we could have some more discussions. If you have other type of discussions to talk about too, we can talk about that. But that's all from Freebie. Like an intermission for a dance break. Dance break. Dance break with no music. Oh, oh, oh.